Hello guys, my name is Alex and I'm a network engineer. I guess most of us came across the situation that you want to learn something new, maybe you're preparing for certification or it's just your boss asks you to do something. And there are tons of guides and videos on the internet. Some guy is telling you how it is easy to configure, for example, IPsec VPN, and indeed it is. However, there is a small detail that catches your eye, and it is a fully packed server rack blinking lights on the background. And the guy starts. This is our topology. Let's log into the router A. Where would I get a router? Or even two for IPsec? That's the biggest problem, because network hardware is extremely expensive. And it's very rare that someone would allow you to even touch it without making sure that you know exactly what you're doing. But I have a solution for you, and it is almost free. Cisco Modeling Lab got a free version recently, so now you may have a solid set of network devices at your disposal for no cost. The only thing you would need is an average PC or laptop with at least 2 CPU cores and 8 GB of RAM. The more CPU and RAM you have, the more devices you would be able to run at the same time. For this demo, I will be using my old Lenovo ThinkPad with 4 CPU cores and RAM upgraded to 32 gigs. If you have less, that's perfectly fine. We won't need all of this right now. Okay, here is what we are going to do. As I said before, I already have a laptop with Windows pre-installed. Linux and macOS would work exactly the same way, no difference here. To run CML on your own machine, we will be using VMware Workstation Pro as a virtualizational platform. It's free. Next, we will get a CML virtual machine template and import it to VMware Workstation. Last but not least, we will set up a test lab with Cisco ASA active standby failover cluster. I will show you the full process, so you can pause or slow down the video if you need more details on exact steps I performed. To get VMware Workstation, we need to register on a Broadcom website so we can download it. I will leave important links in the description below. Broadcom will ask you to provide your address before you can download VMware Workstation. Installation is very simple, just hit next till it's done. Next, we need to get CML. We are going to register on Cisco website. It will also ask you for your address before you can download anything. Cisco provided link to set your address is broken, so you need to manually open your profile and set your address there. Once done, you can download free version of CML along with the reference platform ISO. This ISO contains a set of network devices we will be using later in our lab. By the way, free CML distribution is the same as the paid version. It has the same checksum, which means you can later upgrade to a paid version if you want without reinstalling anything. Once both files downloaded, open OVA file. VMware Workstation will pop up asking you to import it. Provide it with any name and wait till import finishes. Once done, you can change default virtual resource assignment like CPU and RAM if needed. I will leave it by default. Now it's time to power on our lab. When you start CML for the first time, it will run a setup wizard. It's pretty simple. You need to set a host name, pick whatever you like. Next, it will ask you for a reference platform ISO, the one that we have downloaded from Cisco portal. You need to extract it from archive and mount to CML. Next, set up system and lab administrator accounts. Those are different accounts and you need to set both. System administrator is used for CML maintenance tasks, like CML upgrade for example. You would need to use it rarely. But lab administrator is your main account to access your lab. Now, set up CML network adapter. By default it is set to get IP address via DHCP, which is perfectly fine. You can set static IP address if you know what you're doing. Next, it asks you if you want to enable SSH service. You can skip it for now or choose any option you prefer. We won't be using SSH much. Verify the summary of your settings and hit continue. It will notify you that reference platform ISO will be copied now. That is what we need, so just hit OK. Once setup is done, you will see a screen like this. You can notice my CML got an IP address from DHCP, and I can use it to access CML web interface. Certificate is self-signed, so we just accept that. Use your lab admin account to log in and set dark theme immediately. To create your first lab, click Add, and here you are. Now you can add virtual devices into your lab topology. I will set up a simple network with 2 iOS layer 2 switches, 2 ASAs in a failover pair, and a client PC. You can check resource consumption of your lab on the bottom of CML web interface. You can find preset login credentials by clicking on a device and navigating to the config tab on the right. Here you can also set configuration to be applied on the device initial start. And here is a little demo for you, showing that our lab actually works. I have ASA configuration prepared, so I can just copy and paste it to my primary ASA to make it pass the traffic from client PC to network address translation and forward it to the internet. And here it is. I can ping some host on the internet through my lab network. Now, let's quickly set up and test our failover. "15 dropped packets while ASA was detecting primary node is down and failing over to secondary. Looks good to me. Done." So to summarize, today I showed you how you can build your own networking lab, and not only networking, for free. Now you can build it, break it, and try again until you make it work. And don't get me wrong, if you're an IT guy, I really believe that you never regret money you spent on your own lab. But there is no need to spend much if you're just in the beginning of your journey. Best of luck, guys. See you next time.